No, it was good. What I liked, it was just a different style of podcast.
Yeah.
So it was just funny because it was really like professional sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like Bubba was talking, and then there was like a narrator talking. It's like Bubba was awestruck when he realized he could combine his passions of Jesus and gamers. Little did he know. It's just really funny. But you should all go listen to it because it's a good.
I was really surprised. What's up, nerds? My name is Bubba Stalkup, and you're watching and or listening to the Free Play Podcast, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. And joined with me is my bestie in the whole wide Westie, Maddie Wambier.
Howdy do.
I'm sorry, Man Bunny Wambier.
Hey, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think about it. Sorry, go finish and we'll chat.
And also joined with us is my bestie in the whole wide Eastie. I should switch you guys, but it doesn't.
It's too late now.
It doesn't. No, bestie in the whole wide Westie.
Whatever.
Non-bunned Kate Cuddle-Walking.
Not
she
today.
has the option though.
Yeah,
I do have the option.
She has
at any
no
time.
bun, but a crown, because she's a Disney princess.
Oh yeah.
Catherine Cabbage Cuddle-Walking.
Yeah. Catherine Cabbage.
I'm back in my younger years, I would never think I would have a bun in my hair. And then this is my last hurrah, growing my hair out. Like
it's true.
I was just giving my 40th year of life to growing the hair on top of my head. And it got to the point where like it's getting a little unmanageable. I have very thick curly hair, and so this keeps it out of my face. I was sitting on the step in the kitchen. Erin just kind of came up behind and she did a doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then it was done. And I've received many compliments. I've not heard anything negative except from Kate. So
what?
And maybe Tyrion.
Well, and it was barely a gag.
What was
barely
it?
A gag.
What I said, turn to the side. What is
disgusting?
I did not say that.
You threw up in your mouth and swallowed.
No, I did not.
It gives her the mouth sweats, but other than that, she loves it.
That did not happen. And okay, here, fine. I'll say something nice because I did have this thought as well. Out of everybody here, I think that it suits you the most.
Really?
I think you could pull it off, especially if you have an old man shawl on and those shoes that you wear that I don't like.
Which ones? The trout flip-flop ones or the different ones?
Yeah, the trout.
Your Tevas.
The Tevas. Oh, the Tevas are kind of like, I need to get a new pair.
You should get one like this. I bought some new Tevas. They're slipper shoes. This makes really good podcasting.
You got Tevas?
Oh, I can
well,
smell
they're not
those.
like yours though.
Well, you got Tevas.
I have two pairs, but
they're not blue, so they're not real Tevas.
They're closed-toed shoes. That's the deal breaker for me. I can't.
You don't like your toes to breathe?
Absolutely not.
Those look like. I mean, this is wonderful podcast material. Those look like
House
Uggos.
slippers.
Well,
Uggos.
Uggo, yeah, Lego my Uggos, yeah.
They're comfy. Trust me. For everybody that's listening, they're very comfortable.
Like you're walking on a cloud.
They're great. They were on sale as well.
Well, then what's wrong with my Tevas? What's wrong with my Tevas?
They're open.
They leave your feet blue. That's what's wrong with them.
Only when they got wet at the very beginning. Give me a break.
Oh,
they're fine. People have toes.
I hate those things.
Well, now I'm going to wear them even harder. I'm going to find them.
Here's the thing: when we go to PAX, when we go to Boston, Matt, that's all. That's it.
I'm not sure where they are anymore.
Oh, okay, well, that's actually really.
I
good.
feel fine. I feel like the things that I do and the things I enjoy are often seen as hipster or like I would fit really well in Portland. But this is all I know how to be. You know.
That's fine.
Oh, man.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not
be
like
true
trying
to your
to
school.
What?
No.
Got to be true to your school, just like you would to your
I just
girl
like, once you get to be my age, you just kind of like, let it go, let it all hang out.
Let's not do that. Why
I don't want
the open-toed shoes? Yeah. Maybe
my toes all hang out.
Yeah.
My blue toes all hang out.
Yeah,
for those of you listening, you know what I'm talking about. I had a pair of blue Tevas that when they got wet, they left the bottom of my feet very blue.
Kate, do you still have that picture?
Yeah, can you find the picture, Kate?
You still have that picture? Can you post it on?
I'll find it. No problem.
I'm sure I deleted it and burned it.
So it's fine now.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Well, hey, speaking of all of that stuff, hey, how many of you guys were on the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association podcast this week? Just
Me.
Matt? Just Matt?
Well, did you hear the part where they mentioned me on it?
I actually didn't listen to you. Did you mention me?
I listened to it. I listened to all of it.
They might have. They might have.
Bubba was on the thing. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
It was Bubba.
This old thing?
Bubba was on the podcast, the GPS, God People Stories podcast for the Billy Graham Evangelicalistic Association radio.
Nailed it yet.
25-minute interview I spent with him, 25 minutes.
That interview was an hour and a half, almost 145.
Well,
not very good content, I guess.
It was fantastic content, but nobody would want to listen to it because it was basically myself and the guy that was interviewing me, Michael. It was the two of us talking a lot, Matt, about Dragon Con.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a big cosplayer. Like it was.
Wow! Ask him if he wants to come on the Free Play podcast.
Literally, he had his phone and he was trying to show it to me.
Oh,
in
you
the
told me
screen.
this. Yeah, that's right.
And it was awesome, absolutely awesome.
Wait, Kate, did they mention you?
Of course they did. The whole thing was like,
oh my gosh,
no, just kidding. They didn't mention either of us. They only talked about Bubba. They mentioned Anna. What I liked about it was because I listened to the whole thing, even though I've heard Bubba talk like 5 million times.
Yeah,
I still
that's kind of
name,
like this
name
is
1,000
news.
times you've heard me
old
talk.
News.
I was trying to give support and like listen.
Okay, give it clicks. Yeah,
so to raise the numbers up on that thing.
I'm playing it right now. I can't hear it. It's muted though. But
no, it was good. What I liked, it was just a different style of podcast.
Yeah.
So it was just funny because it was really like professional sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like Bubba was talking, and then there was like a narrator talking. It's like Bubba was awestruck when he realized he could combine his passions of Jesus and gamers. Little did he know. It's just really funny. But you should all go listen to it because it's a good.
I was really surprised.
It's a good, quick, condensed 25 minutes that I thought encapsulated your personal story plus the mission of LTN and the whole journey of everything. So they did a good job narrowing down everything that you said, which could have gone for probably 5 hours of you talking down to 25 minutes.
Well, I sat there for an hour and 45. We had an hour booked, and it was like an hour and a half to hour and 45 that we talked.
Well,
but
did you add him on LinkedIn? Did you add him on LinkedIn?
I might have.
You should go back and add him on LinkedIn.
He was telling me, I'm gonna pull up the email, but he was telling me that he's trying to kind of pop in to our streams more often.
This one?
So yeah.
This one right. Oh, did you tell him to be careful about the Friday?
I would never do that. Okay,
so
so
shy away from this one.
He said, okay, tree once cut down. If you ever see tree once cut down, that's Michael from the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Right.
Oh, I was very confused with what you were talking about. It's his username.
No, that's his birth name. Yeah.
It's a Christian name.
He also has hippie parents. What do you know?
Wow.
We can get along then.
But anyway, like that was really cool. And it's one of those things where I even wondered about, like, man, do I even share this stuff? Cause I really don't want to be braggy, right? I don't.
Share what stuff?
What's that? Like, hey, I was on this Billy Graham podcast, yada, yada, yada.
Oh.
But if we don't share it, then what's the point of even being on it?
Exactly.
Right? I think it's a good flex.
Yeah.
I think.
And for me, I've had a lot more of and this is like a hope for nerd culture ministry in general. I've had a lot more of the older generation that really resonates with Billy Graham and his
like my Gammy,
his
my
events
Gammy
and
knows
stuff like that. And we have a woman in our church who she has been Billy Graham A1 since day one. She's gone and worked a billion of like his rallies and all sorts of stuff. Now, obviously doesn't do it anymore, but she still takes trips out there and she's eating with the Graham family and all this stuff. Like she's been in there for a long time.
Wow.
And so this thing that I'm doing that she likes me and she knows about it, but this is like, this thing that I identify with is acknowledging the thing that you're identifying with. And actually they said some really nice things about like nerd culture and what we're doing with LTN. it really helps to kind of bridge that gap and, kind of mend any fences and help a generation who
Did
doesn't
you,
get it understand.
Did you send them the giving link to the general fund?
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, what email address do you want this on?" We just go here, just do this one. Click it, do it a couple times. It's going to say success, but you're going to want to do it 2 more times.
Yeah, just to make sure it goes through.
Yeah, you can never be too careful.
I have another question. Did you do your hair for the interview, even though it was audio only?
Well, they did video record it, and absolutely, I did my hair.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that you were camera ready.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Not a bun, though. Not a bun.
Anna,
I just wanted to make
about
sure.
Ginger Tudor. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, name drop. So I'm just gonna say this. Today is St. Patrick's Day when we're recording. It's also my Gammy's B-Day. So later, when I call her to say Happy B-Day, I'm going to tell her about the Billy Graham interview, and I'll record and see what she says.
Do it, please.
She knows who Billy Graham is. So
tell her Billy Graham has personally endorsed Love Thy Nerd.
Yeah.
Wow, really? I didn't know that. It must have linked in me. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I must have missed that part.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Well, hey, so go if you see it on social media, do me a favor, do LTN a favor, just listen to it because that's big. I mean, honestly, getting those listens, getting those clicks, those follow through clicks in is a big deal. Also, share it with anybody you think would benefit from it. It's me. Honestly, it is me talking about a lot of things, but it is the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association commentary on that, and so. It's actually quite a bit more of them than I thought it was going to be. And so that's good. That's perfect because they get to talk about the things that they think about what I said. So if you think it would be beneficial to anybody, to your church, people in your family, whatever, to get them to understand this thing that you're excited about, engaged in, please, please, please share that. And if you need the link, just hit us up. We're good.